Well, hello team. It's so great to see a full screen. I'm Sherry Fredericks, and we are here for our weekly Zoom call. Those that show up, go up. So I'm glad you're here or you're listening to the recording. Our topic tonight is spring forward into the second quarter. I don't know if it feels like spring where you are, but we're supposed to get snow. But either way, it is April 11th, and it is the beginning of the second quarter. So we are going to stick with that topic. But before we get into that, let's start out with victories. Who would like to shout out with a business-related victory? Anyone? Rebecca?
Two things. I got an email from Margaret today that the newest gal that signed actually did make her first segment of Fast Start.
Yay.
So I was pretty pleased about that, from someone who was going to do nothing to putting in at least a $250 order. It was pretty impressive. So, and I'm going to do a party for her sister like next week online. So I'm hoping that's just the start of the beginning. And then I'm already at $2,000 for the month.
What? Say, how did you do that? I thought did your fundraiser carry over?
No, I have two new fundraisers this month. Well, I shouldn't say new, one's a repeat, but two fundraisers this month and two parties, and they all wanted to go like within the first couple weeks. So
isn't that nice? So you've already achieved your personal sales goal for the month, Rebecca.
Yeah. Done.
Yay.
Let's go to Mexico.
I'm with you. I can't wait. Super fun. And hey, Rebecca, who told me that you had an amazing story or something you shared in the Leaders Summit? So you should apply to be a speaker at Party Palooza.
Oh, I'll talk to anybody that'll listen. So whatever.
You can apply. I was just reading the Sunday Leader News or whatever, e-news. Who the heck was I talking to? And they're like, God, Rebecca, she just has a great story. So anyway, maybe they'll ask you.
Of being poor.
I don't know. Something you must have said that they thought was super cool. So
it was good.
Okay, so Sheila knows. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so great victory, Rebecca. And how nice on April 11th that, like I said, you've achieved your sales goal. So what a great feeling. Your personal sales goal. Who else has a victory? Yeah, Renee.
So I started a party a week ago, and she is, let's see, she's at 473. It closes tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get her to at least 500.
Nice.
And I'm like $7 for my 500 for the month.
Yay!
I got another party starting tomorrow. So
sweet. Way to go, Renee. You're on a roll.
Trying to get back into it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, Renee. That's great. Congratulations and good luck with that. Time for one more. Anybody? Yes, Shelly. Hope you're on mute.
Oh, what the heck? There we go. I signed up today for the next Moving On Up training.
Yay! Good. So tell us a little bit about that. Did you get an email invitation, Shelly?
Well, I had an email, but then Leslie actually reached out to me. I was in the bronze one not too long ago. And now that I've re-promoted to silver, she invited me to do the next one. So since I'm on I want to hit gold.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hop on that and see what I can do.
Got it. Good job, Shelly.
Got it, Shelly. July 1st.
Yep, July 1st. And that's exactly what you need to do. Be a part of that group and be a part of our group, and it'll all work together. So good luck. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks.
All right, so announcements. I'm not going to go over all of them. Remember last time we talked about this, you can go to my HQ and print out there's a consultant action plan and a leader action plan. Oh, here comes Elaine. And it really lays out what's going on. So I really encourage you to check that out. But two things I thought, well, there's many things, but first of all, raise your hand if you've watched the movie As They Made Us. So just two of us. Well, it's good. Have your Kleenexes ready. Do you want to add anything, Sheila?
I would just say pay close attention because I almost missed the Tastefully Simple cameo because I was looking at my damn phone and I look up, I'm like, oh crap, it's it. It's right now.
Yep.
It's
And
brief.
It's very brief. And did you notice they had the burgundy platter when they had the birthday party?
Yes, I did notice that.
Yeah. But if you like Dustin Hoffman and you like Murphy Brown, Candace Bergen, and you Bergam, obviously her last name, and those other people, actors, I thought it was really good.
I mean, it was good too. It's very sad.
It's very sad.
Especially, you know, when you're dealing with elderly parents and you can really relate to it.
So I'm just going to share something with you. I was on the Thursday night preview and there were some people that were invited to that. And so there was Q&A at the end, 30 minutes with, why can I never say her name? Sheila Mayim. Oh,
I know. It's hard. I don't know how to say it. Mayim.
Yeah. Okay. Super cool gal. Anyway, the story is based on her upbringing.
Oh, really?
And she wrote it based on her life. Wow. And the person interviewing her asked what percentage, but not all of it is 100%, but she said, what percentage is based on your truth on your life? And she said, I made a decision not to answer that question. She said, but my father did have mental illness and so does Dustin Hoffman. And, but she just, I don't know. So I don't know how much of it is 100%, 50%, I don't, whatever, but it's very interesting. So yeah, I really recommend you watch it, but just have a bunch of Kleenexes ready. So that's very good. Okay, don't forget about our sales and sponsoring incentive. Who doesn't like to, earn some margarita glasses and a pitcher and a platter? And that's both for sales and sponsoring. So just watch. I don't have it in front of me. I can't remember what you need to earn, but make sure you check your dashboard because I'd hate for you to miss out if you were super close. And keep an eye on your team. If you have a team and, don't be afraid to reach out to them halfway through the month or something and say, oh my gosh, you've earned this, and they're like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. So cheers them on. How many here have registered for Party Palooza, either in person or virtual? Some of you have. Okay. Hey, Lisa, welcome. We see you, and Elaine, welcome. You remember you can do it virtually and you can do it in person. There's a few of us going in person. We'd love to have you join us. But if virtual is more your style, that's great. Confidentially, you're not supposed to know this, but I'm going to share it with you, but you didn't hear it from me, is Party Palooza the following year will be at the Mall of America. Like I said, don't keep it within our team. Tastefully Simple is so into these stupid ass surprises. Sorry, I'm a planner.
Isn't that pretty normal? I mean, that used to be how it was. Is every other year until we went virtual.
But they don't like to confirm it.
That's true.
It's it's a surprise. But it's going to be at the Mall of America. I don't know the dates, but it will be back. So I would hope that every one of you will be there when it's at the Mall of America. And it's in Minnesota. So anyway, just like I said, keep it. You're right, Renee. It usually is that way, but I'm just telling you that for sure that's where it's at. So that's super cool.
Hey, Sherry, do you know if Sarge is going to be in Cleveland?
I don't. I don't know much about it.
Okay, well, thought maybe you had another secret.
I don't.
The last time we were somewhere else, I think it was Baltimore, we were on the plane with their whole crew.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe it'll come out though. I would think they'd promote it if he's going to be there. So any other announcements that anybody here is super jazzed about that you want to talk about? All right, well then let's move on. Product knowledge segment. I asked the fair and amazing Shelly Akey to share. And Shelly, I asked you those questions so you'd respond. So now you have to do them yourself. Where you live, what your day job is, how long you've been a consultant, and the favorite part of your job. And then you can go into product knowledge.
I thought you were just saying, share this information. So I was prepared.
Well, I was gonna professionally introduce you, but you can do it yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Shelly Akey. I live in Stillwater, Minnesota. I've been selling Tastefully Simple for 10 years. I started as just a fun job, and here we are. I signed up for free, and because we could do that with host rewards, and my husband was a little skeptical, and I said, when I start losing money is when I stop selling. And here I am 10 years later. I have 3 daughters. They're 28, 26, and 19. And I work full-time as a bookkeeper for, if you've ever been to Stillwater, the paddle boats.
I have.
Okay, that's who I work for.
Yeah.
It's a fun job, and I have an awesome view every single day of the year. So we're gearing up for a busy season.
I bet. Super fun.
So,
and what's your favorite part of your taste, or why do you still keep doing taste? I don't remember what I asked you. What's your favorite part? Or
well, I just get to meet a lot of new people, and I've made some really awesome friends. And trips are fun. So,
how many days till you will leave, Shelly?
Oh my gosh, what's today? Today is the 11th. What, 27 days?
You leave on the
days. No, 17 days.
Got it.
17 days.
Oh, it's going to be so fun for sure.
Yes.
Okay, Shelly. Well, let's have you. Shelly's going to share our amazing strawberry chiffon bar mix. So, yum.
Have y'all tried it?
Yep.
No. Okay. I love cheesecake. And this did not disappoint. I did use the recipe on the box for the graham cracker crust, which I think helped get the bars out of the pan. I heard some comments about some difficulty. You have to put foil in on the bottom, and they're a little bit difficult to pull out, but with the graham cracker crust, not a problem. I was skeptical of the strawberry flavor because I thought it would taste kind of artificial, but it actually tastes like a strawberry jam that you blend in there, and they are just super delicious. I had my tasting party / open house a couple weeks ago, and everyone loved it. So I sent some over to my mother-in-law's house, and she shared with her friends. So
excellent. I think it's going to be a big seller for the summer.
Oh yeah. Yep. I have another event this Saturday, so I'm hoping people want to get some Easter stuff.
Oh, there you go. Good idea.
Yeah.
Well, excellent, Shelly. Anybody have any questions for Shelly? She's obviously not only made it, but eaten it. Anybody have any questions?
Too much. It's good. It's really good.
It does take 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese.
Yes, I was surprised about that.
Yeah, so you can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
No questions? All right. Well, thank you, Shelly, for bringing that product to life. It is delightful, and the box looks pretty. And good luck at your event.
Thank you.
Is it an event you've done before?
I did it a couple of weeks ago, and I had like prime real estate. You walked in, and there I was.
Nice.
And so I'm hoping I have some returning people and maybe some new customers.
Yeah, good for you.
And it's about 2 miles from my house.
Oh, well, it doesn't get any better than that.
Nope.
Unless someone else magically set up and then you just showed up.
That won't happen.
Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe
as
I get older.
Well, yeah, that would
maybe as
fun.
I get older, I'm just like, come on.
Yeah, this one I actually have to take like a little service elevator upstairs.
Oh.
So
yep.
That's
well,
all right.
Good luck. It'll be awesome. Good luck. Okay. Well, our topic tonight, spring forward in the second quarter. What is the second quarter? Who knows? This is going to be some interaction. So you guys can unmute unless you're like super noisy. What are the months of the second quarter?
April, May, and June.
Yes. So, and what could happen July 1st? You could promote. And when you promote, you make extra cash. But what's another benefit of promoting?
Bonus.
Bonus, extra cash, stand a little taller. But what's the other benefit?
Cross stage.
Walk across stage. And speaking of walking across stage, yes, Rebecca?
Free party palooza?
Yeah. So free party palooza. And if you're like, well, I'm not going, that's okay, because now, because of COVID, we have virtual and in person. I mean, in person to me is like the best, but if it doesn't work, so in person, the VIP or whatever it's called is $199. Virtual is $149. So what that means is when you promote to copper or above, you get that for free. You have to pay for it and then they credit you. But that's kind of nice, isn't it? So what are some of your goals? Have you thought about second quarter? Does anybody want to shout out? Shelly already said that she wants to promote to gold. Does anybody else, have you been thinking of second quarter? What other goals do you want to shout out? I'm just curious. Rebecca?
We got to get back to gold. And then I guess I really haven't set it as like a top priority goal, but since I already earned level 1 of Cabo, level 2, it's not unattainable, but I would really need to do some sponsoring and work with those consultants to get to the $1,000. And I think we can do that with one of the 2 I have right now. I'm not so sure about the second one, but I've had 2 people reach out and just say, I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Oh,
so,
thinking about joining, Rebecca?
Yeah, so we'll see if anything comes from that. But that was it's kind of nice when someone reaches out to you instead of, well, I mean, I asked her in my generic verbiage, but yeah,
Sure.
then she responded. So that's nice.
That's huge, Rebecca. So follow up on that, which I know you will. And here's just like a little tip when you sponsor somebody and maybe they don't take off like right away. Like, you know, we always love it when they do fast start, but not everybody does. So I had a coaching call. I call it coaching call tonight at 7. And I'm just going to say Angie, she's not on the call. And she told me when she joined, she goes, I am just going to be a hobbyist. She's a past host and she's a very lovely lady. And I said, that's fine. I said, I'd just like to touch base with you though, because you're still brand new. So we talked at 7 and she's like, well, I think I'm going to pick up an order. So I told her how to do that. I said, well, are you going to try to get some other orders for the month of April? No, Sherry, I can't remember. I'm just doing this on the side. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. But I said, have you seen that chart? Like you make more money when you sell more. So what if she's a secretary at a school. I said, do you have catalogs? Well, yeah. I said, well, why don't you put some out? And remember those group order forms I'd always give you when you did your parties? Yeah, I still have some. Put those out, make it a goal to get to 500. Why not? It's a better percentage. She's like, yeah, I can do that. So even though sometimes they tell you like, leave me alone, or I just want to enjoy it for myself, don't be afraid to plant the seed. Now, she didn't have to bite. I hate to use that, sounds awful, but you know what I mean? Sometimes what I would consider like, duh, you just have to plant the seed. So she's gonna, her goal's gonna be 500. She didn't use that word, but that's my goal. But so just planting the seed, and because I would love for her to make 20% more than 15, make it worth her time. So it's not about me, it's about helping her. And then I think once the ball gets rolling, then she'll want to do more. So anyway, I just wanted to share that example. So Rebecca said she's going to go for gold, get back to gold, which I know you can, Rebecca, and then work on level 2. So the other thing is our incentive period is ending June 30th. So I know there's quite a few of you here on the call that are tracking. I think Lisa Burns, aren't you going for level 4? Yeah, are you at level 3 right now, Lisa?
I am.
So
I just hit 75,000 points today.
That's the most you've ever had.
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations.
Wow. Good
Awesome.
job.
My 18-year-old really wants to go to Texas. So that was,
I was gonna say you're
part
gonna
of
go
the
to
goal.
Sunset River. Okay, so you're only 10,000 points away from level 4. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you got that. Just because you get to stay longer and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So awesome. Okay, so raise your hand if you are tracking for the incentive trip. Now we're going to Cabo. Twyla, I know you are, and Christy and Shelly, and Lisa. That's awesome. So are you have you mapped it out? Like Laura or Rebecca said she wants to get level 2, because why wouldn't you? You know, when you are intentional about a goal that you want to achieve, I know you can make it happen. So any questions on that? And you know, when you look at it and go, okay, I need to do 20,000 points from now to the end of June 30th. Wow. But can we, you know, break it down by the month, break it down by the week? And then, you know, Rebecca said she's got some new leads. You know, who do you know that it's $49 to join you guys? You know, don't wait till June 20th. Be like aggressive now. I don't mean aggressive in a bad way, but be intentional. Yeah, Rebecca?
You know, something that always works for me, and I mean always, like I've always hit my goal, is I've been using the HQ tracker this year, but print that sucker off and put it on your refrigerator or your bathroom mirror or wherever you see it every day. And you wouldn't believe how motivating that is, that you put your progress there and you see the progress or the not progress, and you know you need to get going. But your family too, my husband will look at it and he'll be like, oh, you're getting close or whatever. So it's just great to know that someone in your household cares, but also to hold yourself accountable, and then other people can hold you accountable too. So put something in front of wherever you are every day. If you're not at your desk every day, don't put it there. Like I'm not at my desk every day unless it's at school. I don't want to look at it there anyway, but it's on the refrigerator right along with my weight loss goals for Mexico. So they're side by side. So
I've got 2 weeks to lose 30 pounds. Can I do it?
Not healthily, but you probably could.
Like take a, yeah.
We'll have to wheel you around in a wheelchair because you won't have any energy to walk, but go for it.
Anyway, Rebecca, very valid point though. I know above my computer, I know I've showed you guys before, but I have Shining in Leadership. And I want to sponsor so many people. The sales is checked done and promotion. So I am a big believer in what Rebecca shared is be intentional, have a goal. Don't apologize, you guys. You guys are worth it. But when you have something that you're focusing on, you will achieve it. So think IPAs. Do you guys know what IPAs are?
Beer.
Income producing activities.
Thank you, Renee. Rebecca's all about the alcohol.
I don't even drink beer, but that's the first thing my mind thinks of when anyone says IPA. Like, oh, beer.
I thought the same thing at first, Rebecca.
I know.
Did you know in music that actually means International Phonetic Alphabet?
No.
Yeah, so I don't even think of income producing activities. It's like my third one.
Well, move it up to the top, Rebecca. Anyway, just because you're a music teacher, whatever. So IPA, income producing activities. So you maybe have figured this out, but this business is not rocket science. I mean, it really isn't. It's book, sell, we used to call it recruit, but now we call it sponsor. So book, sell, sponsor, book, sell, sponsor. And when you do that, you're going to earn these trips, you're going to promote. So what income producing activities do you like to do? Ask yourself that. And is it online parties? Is it in-person parties? On a side note, has anybody had an in-person party in the last couple weeks? I think Twyla, you have. Lisa, you have. Twyla, and then we'll get to Lisa. Tell us a little bit about that experience, if you wouldn't mind, Twyla. I'm assuming it's good.
It is the funniest party because I got there. She had not baked the beer bread.
Ugh.
She was just taking the almond pound cake out of the oven. She had to cook chicken. She had to make the meatballs. It was supposed to start at 6, and I think it was almost 7 when we started, and then still people came after that. but her party's at over $400. But it's the first time I've got to a party where nothing was ready when I got there.
Shoot.
But it was, I mean, it still was okay, and that's her. It works. So, but
well, good for you, and you must have exhibited a lot of patience. You rolled with the punches. You rolled with the punches. Good for you.
That's all you can
imagine though the smells of that when the guests are walking into the house with the beer bread baking and the chicken cooking and all that.
Yeah.
Be like Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
That's right, Chris. Good point. Good point. Well, good, Twyla. What do you have did the guests have any comments, not about not being ready, but like, did they say like, oh my gosh, it's been forever, or I love this stuff, or is there anything you want to share?
Yeah, they were all excited about trying it because it had been a while since any of them had been to a party. They were glad to be able to taste it again. I had actually taken my jalapeno peanuts with me, and they were loving those, along with the other things that they were trying with the kit. But yeah, they were all pretty wanting to buy more than they could afford, but none of them would do party.
Oh,
none of them would sign up to do a party, but they all wanted more than their budget would allow. So,
well, keep in touch.
Yeah.
Keep in touch. Well, good deal. All right, Twyla. How about you, Lisa? Do you want to add anything to that?
They were excited to try the products, and I was glad that I brought all of the products that we were sampling because there were some food issues, some allergy issues within the guests. So there was a lot of label reading going on. But yeah, you know, they had fun eating together and then just sharing the ideas that doesn't happen in an online party. Just hearing all the uses, how they use the products was fun for me again.
Yeah, I agree. That is probably my biggest time where they sell the product for me. And Lisa, I don't know if you do this, but you know, I always have them share their name, how they know the host, and then share your favorite product that's currently in the catalog and share the page number. There's an appendix in the back and why. And if someone says, well, nope, that's not what we said. You know, nope. We said you got to find a product that's in the catalog. So everybody really follows along, but for the most part, but that is my best selling feature. Like they listen. Where's that maple balsam or that maple vinaigrette that person told me about? Like, and I said, oh, I'm sorry, it's not available anymore. Oh, shoot, she made it sound so good. So it's just hilarious how they will listen to each other. You know what I'm saying? So utilize that time, I think, for them to sell the products for you. Yet, Twyla?
I also had one that was allergic to a lot of things. So she pulled up my website and looked up the products she wanted to see what was in them.
Okay.
So it's nice to be able to have the website available. I actually have a QR code that she scanned, but she was able to find the recipes and figure out what she could have and what she couldn't. And that was nice to be able to, because it's hard to print off the product list anymore because they keep adding things every month. So you can't.
Oh, with the new product. As I say, I have that product listing. When you're doing more than a couple parties a month, that's definitely worth your time. But yeah, you're right. It's all right on the your fingertips. So you don't have to cut a tree down. So yeah, there's definitely allergies out there. So good point. Okay, so what time is it? 8. Okay, so the moral of this story is have a plan, or first, you know, figure out what you want. And everybody's wants are different. You know, Renee, it sounded like your want is to do 500 a month. Am I wrong, or?
No, I want to do more. It's just I have to get to something consistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been away for so long that I'm starting with 500 for right now.
Okay, yeah, and that's fantastic. So, you know, Rebecca's working towards this, Twyla's working towards that, Chris wants this, Shelly wants that. But the moral of the story is you all want something and you're worth it. So figure out what it is and then figure out what will work in your schedule and do it. Because it always just makes me cringe when I hear consultants say, I'll see what happens. I'll just see what happens. Good luck with that. So when they say something like that, maybe dig in a little bit, and maybe they're just really saying, I'm okay with where I'm at. And we honor that. But we know that when you are more intentional about it, things will happen. So before I end, I want to end with this little quote from Benjamin Disraeli. I have no idea who that is, but Benjamin shares, nurture your mind with great thought, for you will never go any higher than you think. Kind of like if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, whatever that one saying is. But nurture your mind with great thoughts, for you will never go any higher than you think. There's so much potential in each one of us. But, you know, when you think you can, you can. And when you think you can't, you're right. So never underestimate the power of your brain and your positive thinking. I mean, we all have bad days, but that's why we have each other, to help each other out. So next Monday night, I want to share with you that Reggie Adams, I coach with Reggie Adams. She spoke at Leadership. I don't know, Lisa, if you were there, Sheila or Rebecca in Tampa. And she's going to speak. It's kind of a similar topic, but it's called It's Time for Spring Cleaning. So that's going to be next week at 8 o'clock. So I'll put it on the team page. So I hope to see you there and your team. I'm going to stop the recording, but then we can hang on if anybody has any comments or questions.